Good day, everyone. This is Alvin again from the Philippines, and today we are going to review the representative of Indonesia for Miss Grand International 2020, and that is Kharisma.
1, 2, 3, come on!
Okay, first of all, let me just say that it was amazing for Miss Grand Indonesia team to have showed that pageants could still happen and could be alive still in our times today with the pandemic around us. What they did was truly remarkable and could be something inspiring for other countries to do, that regardless of the event that we are experiencing right now, pageants could still exist. It could happen, especially if they know how to incorporate technology with it, and of course with some health and safety protocols. And just a side note before we begin reviewing her entire performance, let me just say that Nadia Purwoko, who represented Indonesia in 2018, who finished as second runner-up, looked super beautiful while she was sitting on the judging panel. I think that's the best look I have seen of her so far, and much better than what she looked during the Miss Grand International pageant where she competed. Well, anyway, now the winner of the Miss Grand Indonesia 2020 pageant is Kharisma Aura, and she will be representing Indonesia in Miss Grand International 2020. Overall, Indonesia's performance in Miss Grand International is quite good. They have won once, finished second runner-up, and other placements as well. But based on their recent performance, which was last year, unfortunately, they did not make it in the top 20. So it's really a balanced kind of performance for Indonesia in the pageant. Now, what do I think of Kharisma Aura's performance? So in this video, we will be dissecting her every performance during the finale. Let's start with the first round of question and answer. And I am thankful that there is a translation at the bottom of the video. I mean, everything was translated, so I'm really happy with that. At least for us who cannot understand the language of Indonesia, we can still be able to follow still the pageant because with the help of translation. The question was about the biggest problem that the youth is facing right now, and I love how confident she was when it comes to delivering her answer. She looked really confident when answering the question, but honestly, I wasn't really impressed with her response in the first question. I just based it on the translation below, and it seems like her answer was focused more on herself rather than the question, which is about the problem of the youth in general. So there's some, I mean, if you ask me, it doesn't really hit the bull's eye in my opinion. And on that round, I have a different winner, but I will not mention it. But it's just a so-so answer for me. Next round is the speech round. I am super happy that they did this round in line with the format of Miss Grand International pageant, because I have to be honest, my number one favorite for this round is also a different woman. However, I like Kharisma's message about positivity, although content-wise, I do think that other ladies selected a stronger topic. The first half of her delivery was really, really good. I really enjoyed listening to her because the emotion was there, and you can really feel that she meant everything that she said, and I truly appreciate her for trying her best to speak in English and delivering her message. But the second half was already a bit boring already, because she's already speaking in a monotonous tone, and her tone is somewhat the same until the end. And I was looking for that emotion, those impactful conviction, but I haven't found that in the last half of her delivery. So I wish she could work on that, and I wanted her to work on that so that who knows, it could actually help her once she go and compete in Miss Grand International 2020, if it will really happen, because we haven't heard any update yet from the organization. And what I wanted to see from her in the pageant is I'm hoping to see her give a stronger message if ever she makes it in the speech round of the Miss Grand finale. Deliver it with better delivery and finish strongly. Because that's one thing that I noticed about her. Her speech, her content was just okay, but when it comes to delivery, it feels like she peaked very early and then going until the end of the delivery, it goes down. We're supposed to be, once you deliver a speech, you need to at least start strongly, and it doesn't matter what happened in the middle, as long as it doesn't bring you too down, as long as you start early and end strongly, because those are the most important moments. And we really wanted a strong ending, because that gives a more memorable impact, especially to those who are listening. Once you give a strong impact, for sure you will definitely be remembered easily as someone who gave a strong speech. So that's one thing that I want her to work on. Again, these are just my rooms for improvement for Kharisma. These are just constructive criticism to help her improve as well when she goes to the pageant. Third round is the evening gown round with facial mask. And I think this round was excellent. I love how they walked with their facial masks, also that fits their gown choices. And this is the round that I believe Kharisma has dominated. She started super strongly with her super confident poses and followed by a sultry walk. I love the choice of evening gown as well, because her figure was highlighted. It fits her perfectly. It showed her long legs and she walked beautifully and confidently. Plus, the mask actually emphasized her stare even more, because she's got one of the most striking stare, and I like that. And the mask highlighted those fierce eyes of her, but I wanted to see that consistency in her stare, because when she is walking, yes, she gives us that very strong stare, but then again, it is not that consistent, because once she goes back or once she's done with her performance, her eyes look dead. So I wanted her to maintain that consistency, because she really looked amazing on the evening gown run, and I think she, if I remembered correctly, I think she was my winner at that round, and she truly dominated that round. And then they also came out without the mask, which solidified my choice that she really is the best look. She really got the best look and styling. But here's my minor commentary in connection with the eyes. When she was walking on stage, there's no doubt that she looked amazing. But when she's standing behind, because as what you notice with the pageant, one contestant goes in front doing their thing, while the others are just behind waiting for their turn, or just standing because they're already done. What I noticed about Kharisma is that once she goes on stage, she looks super fierce, she looks beautiful, she looks super confident. But when she goes behind, and while others are performing, once she goes behind, she's also drifting a little bit, because that's what I meant when it comes to consistency. Even though you're just standing behind, you still need to make sure that you look beautiful, you look confident. But in the case of Kharisma, I don't see that consistency when she's standing behind. So I really wanted her to work on that. And it's a good thing that she's strong when she's walking in the runway, but she also needs to maintain that consistency even if she's just standing behind, because the camera is still very visible. And as what I've said earlier, when she's at the back standing, it's like I'm seeing a different persona, a weaker version of her. So again, that's one thing that I wanted her to work on. Then the event was followed by her coronation. And was she my choice to win Miss Grand Indonesia 2020? Well, based on all the performances that I have seen, I would say no. However, I expected her to finish either second or third, but winning was quite unexpected for me. I wasn't really surprised that she finished in the final two, but I did not expect her to take the entire event and the crown. Now, what do I think about her participation in Miss Grand International 2020? I still consider Kharisma as a diamond in the rough. There's a lot of potentials there that needs to be honed, but if I just base it on what I saw in the performances in the finale night, I don't think Indonesia could win Miss Grand International 2020. She doesn't give me that winner vibe yet. And I have to highlight yet because of course there's still time for preparation, there's still time for polishing, there's still time for training, and I know if these things are done properly, they could transform Kharisma into a much better representative. Again, Indonesia is a country that shouldn't be underestimated in Miss Grand International because they have won once and they've been doing good in the past years. And I don't want to be negative or anything, but that is why I considered her as a diamond in the rough, because there are still potentials to be better and to improve. If she could improve on those, I wouldn't be surprised to see Indonesia do well in the pageant. So for now, I am really curious to know your thoughts about Kharisma. I haven't really read the comments and the feedbacks about Kharisma, especially from the Indonesian who are following the pageant, because I think they know more about the representative. So I'm really curious to know your thoughts about Kharisma. Was she your predicted winner, or who was your choice to win after you watched the entire performances? I would love to know all of that, so don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.